guys, this is Christy Fulk from Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. Well, today I'm here to show you how to make a fall wreath card that you're going to love, and it features the beautiful autumn bundle from the August to December mini catalog from Stampin' Up! Love this bundle, it's so much fun to make. If you'd like to stamp with me and make this card, you can find the dimensions for the card and the supply list by clicking the blog post link in the video description below. You can pause the video, get all your supplies together, and then come back and make the card with me. Now, if you find there's some supplies that you don't have, there is also a link to my online store below, and don't forget about my Dually Rewards program, and if you don't know about that, make sure you click on that link below. You could earn a $50 shopping spree. Okay, I'm ready to get stamping. How about you? Okay, let's get started. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get everything done that we're going to use the cut and emboss machine with, and we're just going to be embossing for this one. So we're going to be using a 3D folder. You need platform number 1. Normally, you would need the specialty plate for the 3D folders. Well, this 10 tile one that I'm using, I'll show you that here. This is the one I'm using. I bought this back when we had the other machine, so it's thicker than our regular 3D, so I can't use the specialty one on this. But if you buy this now, and it does not have the Sizzix name on there, then you'll be able to go ahead and use the specialty plate. And since this one's a little thicker, I'm going to put the paper in, and I want to have it straight. So the way I do that, I line the bottom up with that line, the bottom of the folder. Put that in, fold first. That helps protect your folder. Like I said, since this is an old folder, I have to use the regular cutting plate. But if you've got the newer 3D folder, you'll want to use that specialty plate. And thankfully, that plate comes with the cut and emboss machine. Okay, so we've got that ready to go, and now we'll get some stamping done. Okay, I almost forgot to show you the bundle. Don't want to forget to do that. This is the beautiful autumn bundle I was telling you about, and this is why we're not using the die cutting machine for die cutting. These punches are what we're going to use to get all those leaves and acorns punched out. So I really like this set a lot. So I'm going to put this to the side so we can get stamping. Let's go ahead and get the base taken care of. This is a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 Mango Melody. I love this color. It's so bright and cheery. And we're going to go ahead and fold this in half. Get those corners lined up. Use my bone folder, get that nice crisp crease. We'll go ahead and grab that emboss piece we just did. This is the 4 by 5.25 inch piece of Whisper White. I think I forgot to tell you that. Sorry about that. And then we also need the piece of the Plaid Tidings DSP. And don't forget, if you're watching this in October, you've got until October 31st to get this paper at 15% off. Love this paper. And I'll put a link to some other videos I've made with some of the paper. And I'll also have a link below in the video description so you can click on it to find out about the Designer Series paper sale. Then I'm also going to use the banner triple punch. So since this is 2 inches wide, we're going to be putting it in the wider guide, but we first want to unlock it. Put this in as far as it will go. And there we go. I've got the banner ready. I love making banners for my cards. Grab my seal. Now this is a new seal. I might have to get it wheeled up to work. Oh, nope, it's working just fine. Oh, there we go. Every time if it doesn't come out at first, it's because I didn't break it right that time with that first strip. You just wheel it until you get the adhesive come out again. Okay, now we're going to put this, line up the tip top with of the paper with the tip top of the cardstock. There we go. I had to move it down to a darker area so I could see it. Okay, now we're going to put this on the card base. And you can use whichever side you want. I think on my original, I actually probably used this side as my front. But I like both of them. They both work just fine. I'm going to put this right here. And now we'll have the card base ready to go. And let's go ahead and do some stamping. I just grabbed a great big piece. This is a 2.5 by 8.5 piece. This is I'll be able to get all my stamping done with this. So let's go ahead. This is a photopolymer set. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. I've got a piece of grid paper on there. I'm going to grab the Cinnamon Cider ink pad. Take this greeting from the stamp set. My heart is grateful for you. I'm going to stamp that here on this end, like so. And now we'll get some acorns stamped. First off, we're going to want to use the memento and get the outline of the images first. So we'll grab the maple leaf, and we need 3 of these. I'm going to put them near the bottom here because I want them to be able to, the punch to be able to reach them. Okay, so we've got 3 of those. We need 2 acorns. So get this down. I don't want to be on that paper on the edge because then I'm going to have a little crease in my stamping. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and turn this around. And we will get, I think this is an oak leaf. So we're going to do, let me look at my punch. They're all straight up and down. So we're going to do 5 of these. Yes, have a look at my card there for a second. I made this card a while back and I've been having video problems. And that's why it took me so long to get this going. Okay, so we've got all those ready. Now we're going to color them in with some stamps. I got my maple, well, let's actually grab the oak leaf since I've already got those in place. And I'm grabbing the Mango Melody ink pad. Ink it up, and it lines up really easy, and stamp it on there. So I'll get all of these done. Okay, so we've got all the oak leaves done. Now I'm going to turn this around, and we'll do the maple leaves. I'm using the rich raspberry color, and all the colors I'm picking out are in the Designer Series paper. And I love that we've got all the colors, that Stampin' Up! Put all the colors listed on the back of the Designer Series paper pack. And when I say DSP, that means Designer Series paper. It's just a lot quicker to say. Okay, so we've got those ready to go. That was with the rich raspberry. Now with the acorns, I'm making the bottoms cinnamon cider. So here's the one, the stamp that does the bottom. So get that inked up. There we go, got that done. And now we're going to use Cajun Craze for the top of the acorn. Just line that up. I like having stamps. Sometimes I like to color, but sometimes I like doing that. That just made it so much quicker, just stamping those real quick. Okay, now we are going to take the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. You can find this in the annual catalog. And we are going to punch the circle out for the greeting. I find I'm going to be using the gold embellishment hoops for the wreath. So I find that the 2 1/4 inch circle punch works pretty good with that. Okay, now we'll bring the punch pack. That's the Autumn Punch Pack. And I did forget to tell you what the price of the bundle is. It's $50.25, and that saves you 10% versus buying these separately. So we're going to go ahead and grab the maple leaf. And you always line it up. You just hold it upside down, line it up. It does leave a little bit of a white border, as you can see. And punch them out. So I'll punch all of these out. As you can see, they like to fly out. I had one I thought I was going to lose there, but I stopped it. Okay, so we've got all of those. I've got those in my dish so I don't lose them. And my circle. Now I'm going to bring in the card base again. And I'm going to use these gold embellishment hoops. I love these hoops. They are so much fun. I've done a few things with them. Okay, now the way I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is lay this circle where I want it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put that on with the seal. Easy peasy. And I want it about here. You want to make sure that you leave some room for your leaves here at the bottom of your wreath. So that looks pretty good. Now, when I did the card, I know I'm going to put a bow up here, so I'm going to put a mini glue dot here, and then I'm going to put about 3 down here because that's where the leaves are going to cover up that glue dot. So I don't have to worry about anybody seeing that glue dot when I give this card away. So I'll grab these. You stick it on, and it, like as you can see, the glue dot is thicker. Oops, and you kind of have to help it go along. Push really hard, and then it comes up pretty good. And then I just kind of pinch it so it's a little thinner. Okay, now we're going to put one, I'll put one straight on the other end. Like so. Bring it up with my finger and kind of pinch it and push it on there. And then I'm going to put 2 on these ends right here. Okay, so I've got a glue dot up here and 3 down here, and that'll hold it on just fine. I'm going to put it right on there. Now the circle is a little bit larger than the the hoop. Sorry, I forgot the name there for a second. But you can barely see it. If you really don't like that, what you can do is put this on before you put the circle on, and then you can cut around the circle. But you can barely see that, so I'm not going to worry about it. So we've got that there. Let's go ahead and start putting these leaves on. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my mini dimensionals. These work the best because these are so small. And I kind of played around. I knew I wanted, I decided to put the purple ones here and over here. But you want to start with the middle. So start with the middle. Just lay them down. They're kind of hard to mess around with because they're going to move around with that hoop. And then I decided to put these there. And then I knew I was going to put the yellow ones here. And then another purple one here. And that's the way it's going to look over here on the other side. And then to cover up the acorns a little bit, I put one of these right in the middle. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead. That purple one I know is going to be at the bottom. So I'm going to take a little dimensional, and I'm going to put it here near the bottom of that leaf, that maple leaf. Take that off and put it right here in the middle. And the reason I'm using dimensionals is the dimensionals are about the same width, maybe a little bit narrower, but it works just fine with the hoop. So that way, this is just laying on top of the hoop. Down here is where it's attached. I'm going to take another yellow one. It's been a while since I made this card, and I have to look at it and see what I did. So this one, I'm going to also put it here at the bottom again. Take the backing off. Make sure you push it down. That time I didn't push it down very far, and it was wanting to fall off on me again. Now I'm going to put this one here. And I always put it, I think I do. While I'm doing this, I'll figure it out, but I'm pretty sure I put them all here near actually, I guess you would say the top, on the opposite end of where the stem's out. Let's say it that way. And put another one here, and make sure you don't cover up your words. I'm getting a little bit of that G on there. You might want to stamp your heartfelt, the greeting up at the top. I'm sorry, I've been having difficulties and keep looking at my camera to make sure it's still working. Okay, now I'm going to grab another one. Put this here. See, I'm going to put this one. Yeah, I do want to put this one on the top again. Push it down, make sure it's on there really good. Take off the backing. And this one's going to go here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the same over here. We'll grab two more of these yellow ones. Put dimensionals on both ends. Now that I remember how I did it, just go ahead and put them on now. Okay, get that backing off. We're going to put it on just like we did before and kind of stick it underneath the maple leaf just a little bit. Now, putting the greeting in the center of the circle is working. I did put it more on the top, up a little bit higher on my original, but this is working out just fine. Okay, now we'll grab that last maple. Put a mini dimensional on there. This one is kind of more in the middle, but that's okay. And then it's going to go like so. Make sure we don't get that U. There we go. So we've got those on. You could stop there if you wanted to, but I wanted to get some more color on there. So we're going to get these acorns on there. And I'm going to go ahead and put them here in this area. So you do just need one mini dimensional for each one. Okay, now this one actually is going to end up attaching more to the leaves. There we go. So that one's going to go there. And then this one's going to go here. And I want to make sure I still see that maple leaf under there. You're not going to see a lot of that maple leaf, but that's okay. It needed something down here. And then I didn't like how these weren't meeting very well, so I decided to do another oak leaf. Oak leaf. And we're going to put it kind of at an angle like this. I thought it just needed a little something. So there we go. We've got all the leaves on that gold embellishment. And now we're going to tie a bow on top. I'm using the Forever Greenery Trim Combo Pack. This is in the annual catalog. And I'm not going to use the gold trim this time. I'm going to use this beautiful linen. I love this linen. It is so soft. And you just need enough to make a bow. So I'm going to go ahead and tie my bow. Actually, I'm going to go down a little bit farther. Tie my bow. Play around with it till I like the way it looks. Bring this down a little bit. Don't want it to be too big of a bow because it's not a real big leaf. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take a glue dot. Actually, I think I'm going to take a couple glue dots to make sure it stays on. Okay. I'm going to lay it right here, make sure, and I'm attaching it kind of above the hoop. So it's right up against it, and that's also covering up that mini glue dot that we had holding that on. Grab my scissors, cut these at an angle. You can have them long. Here, let me get a hold of this. I forgot to grab my other scissors. These are working great for paper, but they're not working on my ribbon anymore. I've had them for quite a while. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we are done with the front of this card. Really cute. Now we're going to stamp the inside. So let's grab this again. And we're going to stamp that acorn. Once again, start with the black for the outline. Put that right here. And then I decided to use the oak leaves. I'm going to kind of put it like this and kind of line up that stem with the stem of the acorn. Okay. Then color those puppies in. The bottom again is with a cinnamon cider. Okay. Then we've got the Cajun Craze. And then we'll use the Mango Melody for the fill in the oak leaves. As you can see, like that, I didn't get it right on there, but I think it looks fine having a little bit of white space. So don't worry or fret. It looks just as good if there's, because it makes it look like there's some highlights to it. Like there's a little highlight there on the acorn. I like that. Okay, then I'm going to use this Have a Beautiful Day. And we're using it with Rich Razzleberry. Ink that up. So I'm actually using all 4 colors again here inside the card. I'm going to put it right there. And then you can write any greeting in there that you want. And then we're going to put that, and this is also a 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of Whisper White. Grab our seal. Put this in the inside of the card. And we will be done. There we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed making this card as much as I did. I brought in my original, so you can see how I made the tails just a little bit smaller. So it's whichever look that you want to go for. And if you want to make cards with me again and don't want to miss any of my videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel below. And then click on that little bell icon you see after subscribing and select all. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video from YouTube. And if you want to see more of my creations, you can also follow me on my blog, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. And you can find those links below in the video description. Now, if you live in the United States and don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. And here are the 2 current catalogs that are going on right now. The annual catalog and the August to December mini catalog. Just click the contact me link below, and I'll send you one of these out right away when you give me your address. And you can find the link to that contact me link in my video description. And don't forget about $50 shopping spree I told you about at the beginning. Just click on that Dolly Rewards link below and you'll find out all about that and how you can get that $50 shopping spree. Well, it's time to go. Let's go ahead and show these cards off again. And if you please, I would love it if you'd please support my channel by giving me a thumbs up or commenting below. I really do appreciate it. See you in the next video.